A very good morning, children. Today in social studies, let's move on to a new topic. Chapter 7, Nature's Gifts. We see around us many things like lake, rivers, hills, animals, plants, sun, moon, etc. Are these things made by man? No, these are not made by humans. So such things are a part of our nature. They are present in our nature. So we can say they are the gifts of nature. So today we are going to learn various gifts of nature. So what do you mean by gift? You are very happy when you receive a gift on your birthday, right? And you take care of it very well. In the same way, it is our duty and responsibility to take care of the gift of nature. So let's learn about some of the gifts of nature. So we can see around us lakes, hills, mountains, etc. and they are very beautiful. Have you ever observed it? So observe the different parts of our nature. Let's learn about land. Land is an important gift of nature. We live on land. Do we live in water? No, we live on land. We build houses on land. We can cultivate many crops on land. So land is an important gift of nature. So there are different landforms. Some of the landforms are plains, hills, mountains, deserts. So now let's learn about each of these landforms. In this picture, you can see a hill. We learned that land is a flat surface. So what about a hill? Is it flat? No. When a part of a land rises above the land, we call it a hill. High hills are called mountains. So are all hills of same size? No, some hills are high. So those high hills, we call it mountains. And the tip of the mountain, that is the topmost portion of a mountain, we call it a peak. So this is a valley. A valley means when there is a V-shaped land between mountains. So between mountains, there will be a V-shaped land. So that land, that V-shaped land, we call it a valley. When there are a chain of mountains, that is from the mountains extend from one place to another, that is a chain of mountains, and for this chain of mountains we call it a range. Usually what is the climate in these hilly areas or mountains? It's very cold, and there are many plants that grow in hilly areas. Some plants like tea, coffee, cardamom grow on hilly areas. Here you can see a picture of tea plantation grown on a hilly area. So the climate is very cold in the hilly areas. Next, let's learn about plains. Plain is a long stretch of flat land. We build our houses on plains. We can also build roads, railways, etc. on plain surface, and we can cultivate many crops. We can do farming on plains. Next form of landform is desert. So in desert are empty stretches of land. They are dry land. You can see only sand in desert, and it is very hot. It rains very little in the deserts. You can say that nothing grows in desert, but there are some plants that grows in desert. This is a cactus. Cactus grows in desert. The stem of a cactus can hold water for so many days. So it's able to live in a desert. Date palm is also another plant that grows in deserts. People use camels to travel from one place to another in deserts. Camels also can store water for more than 15 days. So it's able to walk without water. So the camel is called the ship of the desert. So this is about desert. Deserts are very hot, and you can see sand filled everywhere. So these are the different landforms. We learned about hills, mountains, plains and deserts. Now let's learn about the water. We can see water everywhere. Without water, life is not possible on earth. So for what all purpose do we need water? We need water for drinking. When you're thirsty, you go drink water. Similarly for bathing, cleaning, washing, everything you need water. So you can see water everywhere like river, lakes, sea, ocean. These are some of the water bodies and they are also the gift of nature. So now let's see the water bodies. The snow which melts from the mountains flows down as rivers. We learned that in the mountains it's so cold and there will be snow. You can do an experiment. Take an ice out of a freezer and keep it on your palm. After some time you can see the ice melting into water, right? Similarly, when the snow melts, it flows down as water and then the rivers flow from it. So the snow melts and from it the rivers flow down. When the water falls down from a height, we call it a waterfall. So the water falls from a height, that is called a waterfall. River water is very fresh. We can use it for drinking, cleaning, washing, etc. The water from the rivers flows into seas or oceans. Sea is a large body of water. The sea water is very salty and it's not good for drinking. But there are some animals, plants, fish, etc. So you can see that fish lives in the water. So you can, in the sea, you can see different kinds of fishes, many other animals like octopus, etc. And also some plants grows under the sea water. But we are not able to drink water because it is salty. Can you drink salty water? No. So the sea water is not good for drinking. Ocean is a very large body of water. The rivers and seas flows into oceans. There are 5 oceans in this world: Pacific Ocean, Arctic Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Antarctic Ocean and Indian Ocean are the 5 oceans in this world. So ocean is a large body of water and the water in the ocean is also very salty. Big ships sail on oceans. They carry people and other goods from one land to another. So these are the different water bodies. Now let's look at how we can take care of these nature's gifts. Here in this picture, you can see the water is clean or unclean. In this picture, you can see the waste, the garbage, etc. thrown into the water. So by doing this, are we cleaning the water or polluting the water? We are polluting the water. We are making it unclean. So it is not good to dispose the garbage or waste into the water. We have to dispose it properly in the dustbins. The smoke from factories or from vehicles, that also makes the air unclean. So the air gets polluted. The air we breathe in is unhealthy then. So it's our duty and responsibility to take care of the nature's gifts. We should not pollute water, we should not pollute air, and also we should not cut down trees. Instead, we have to plant more trees and we need to take care of those plants. So these are the different nature's gifts and we have to take care of the different gifts of nature. Now you can open your text, page number 39. In this page, you can see a picture. So now let's read that. It's about Vishal's vacation. In the first picture, you can see Vishal helped his father load the suitcases in the car as they headed for the airport. So Vishal is going to somewhere for his vacation. So he helped his father load the suitcase in the car and they are going to the airport. The second picture, you can see their aeroplane flew over hills and rivers before landing at the new place Vishal had never visited before. So that's a new place Vishal is visiting, and from the aeroplane he could see hills, rivers, etc. Third picture, from the airport, the family took a taxi and rode through plains covered with rice fields. So before he saw hills and rivers, now after getting down at the airport, he took a taxi and they going through the plains, and the plains are covered with rice paddy fields. Fourth picture, They finally reached the beach beside the ocean and had so much fun. So after that they reached a beach. It was beside the ocean and they enjoyed their vacation. So these are about the different landforms that are the nature's gifts. So here we have a question. Let's get started. Name two types of landforms that Vishal got to see on his vacation. So read this picture and you can write down two landforms that Vishal saw on his vacation. Next, you can take page number 44. Zoom in. Did you know? We can recycle used materials and make new things such as pencil stands from old cups. When we recycle things, we reuse them such as bottles, sheets of paper or any such thing to make new things. So we learned that we have to reduce the amount of waste. By reducing the amount of waste, we can reduce water pollution, air pollution, etc. So you can reuse or recycle things. You can use used bottles to make a pencil stand, pen stand or different types of crafts. Here in this picture you can see that used bottles, paper are used to make different items. So by doing this we are recycling and thus we are reducing the amount of waste and we are preserving the gifts of nature. So this is an activity for you. You have to do a recycled craft and then give an explanation, either auditory or written. The explanation of how you made the recycled item and upload it in Teams. Next one, we have an activity. Look at the pictures given below. They show the condition of nature in two places. Write down 4 things that you see in these pictures. In which of these pictures would you like your home to be? Why? In the first picture you can see the water polluted and in the second picture you can see a clean nature. So in which of you can see 2 pictures, where would you love to live? And you can write down 4 things that you see in these pictures. Next, let's move on to the exercises. Match the words given in row A with those given in row B. Row A, we have camel, peak, flat land, V-shaped. In row B, we have plain, valley, desert, mountain. So pause the video, match it and then come back when once you have done it. Hope you have done. Now let's check the answers. Camel can be matched to desert. Peak, mountain. Flatland, plain. V-shaped, valley. The next it is Thinky Tower. How could you be affected if the air, water and land around you is not clean? Can you lead a normal life? What do you think? That if your air, water, land is polluted, if it is unclean, how can you live? Can you lead a normal life there? No. Because if the water is polluted, air is polluted and land is polluted, life becomes difficult to live. Everything becomes unclean and they become unhealthy. When we breathe in unhealthy air, what happens? We become sick. We fall sick often. So it is not easy to lead a normal life there. Next, in page number 45, we have label the given scene with words from the help box. In the help box, there are words salty water, fish, seahorse, underwater plant. So in this picture, you can see many things. You can see water, fish, etc. and you have to label. You can see salty water there, seahorse there, underwater plant there, fish there. So you can label those things that are found in the picture. And you can, which type of water body is it? Write down which type of water body is it. Is it sea, ocean, river, lake, etc. Put a tick for what we should do and a cross for what we should not do. In the first you can see waste paper, waste electricity, close the tap tightly to save water, use cheap plastic bags. So what all we should do and what all we should not do, you can put a tick or a cross in the marks there. Next we have answer the following. So for this you can take down your note, write the heading, write the date and start writing the question answers. The first question, name the different landforms. And in the next line, you can write the answer, plains, hills, deserts. Second question, name the different water bodies. River, waterfalls, seas and oceans. Third question, name some plants that are found in desert. Cactus, date palm. Next you have an activity. Paste pictures of different landforms. So you collect pictures of different landforms and you can paste it in your notebook. In your textbook, page number 45, we have an activity corner, life skills. With the help of elders, form a neighborhood children's club. You may discuss how everyone in the neighborhood can help to look after nature's gifts. Here is a list of activities which the club can do. Plant more trees, go from door to door and request everyone not to use plastic bags. Make sure that garbage collection cans are kept at various locations. So you can practice this at your home and you can tell this to your brother and sister also. So with this, we finish our chapter, Nature's Gifts. Write down the question answers and try to do the activity as soon as possible. So with this, we finish the chapter. We'll be meeting in the next class. Till then, thank you.